Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next episode of the F125 My Team here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. If you haven't seen the last episode, you need to watch that first. It went live on Saturday, not Friday. Actually, to be fair, it wasn't a video Monday and everything was shifted a day. So, do watch Spa first. Spoilers inbound momentarily. You've been warned. So we've changed the livery on the car. We have new sponsors available. So if I show you the customization, we now have a number more sponsors on the car. So I'll show you the decal editor very quickly. We now have, if I scroll quickly through. So on the side pod, we now have the A&F up top. We've taken opaque off and we've added finition on the side pod there as well as part of the design. That's obviously reflected on the other side. On the left of the nose, we now have Euterp there, just inside the suspension arm. Then on the front of the nose, we have opaque underneath monomic. You can kind of already tell what's happened on the front wing. Slingshot fuel now sits front and centre either side of the nose. Zebra's still the same. Back wing's still the same. That's still the same. I think the only other change we've added is this one. Seren now on the side of the halo on either side of the car. Everything else is as it was. So we've celebrated our spoiler incoming first win as a team at Spa in the last one. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't think I've seen other people report that the AI are significantly slow at Spa in their saves as well, and we noticed it on 24 as well, and it just seems to be compounded in 25. So we're not going to change difficulty for the Hungarian Grand Prix at this moment in time. I have, of course, signed a different title sponsor for season 2. So that will significantly change the livery next season as well. But for now, we're going to select the balanced tyre allocation, because whilst the soft is not a great race tyre, I think 2 mediums is going to be better than 2 hards. So we'll go to the race weekend as well. This is the Hungaroring. Obviously, this is factoring in, let me just double check Maloney's parts. This is us factoring in a fully dry weekend, which it may well, of course, not be. Yeah, Maloney's absolutely fine for the next couple of race weekends with his parts as they are. So we shall go to Hungary. We shall, of course, drive as Martin. And, well, we'll try and build on what we did in the last one. But as if spoilers for Belgium, we won it. Spoilers for Hungary, ain't going to happen again. So significant upgrades on the car again for this particular race weekend. And it's a fully wet quali, but a fully dry everything else. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. We'll put some worn parts in for practice. In fact, I might leave that ICE in, to be fair. But things like MGUH, we could put something that's more worn in, etc. So I'm just going to rotate my bits around. I will be on track momentarily, where hopefully we can go and get ourselves decent results. We'll go and get some resource points, because we've all of a sudden just in a spell of free Rome, we've kind of spent all of them. So I need to build that back up again. I need to build my money back up again as well, my finances, if we are genuinely to be able to afford 2 top quality drivers next season. So we might have to curb it on the spending so that we can afford to improve the drivers before we improve the facilities any more than we have. But we'll play that one by ear. We might get someone approach us soon anyway. Hungary is where we're off to next. Resource points acquired, and as expected, I'm really not very good at Hungary. So after a P1 in Spa, it's going to have a 1 in front of it most likely, but it's going to be 2 figures in terms of where I finish this Grand Prix, that's for sure. And before it has a 2 in front of it, I do not feel good here at all. Having to qualify in the rain as well, it's just going to make that even worse, I think. We'll put slightly fresher bits in for the race, or quali and the race, but not feeling like I'm going to be that competitive here at all, if I'm honest. I'm fully anticipating quite a painful race weekend here in the sessions that actually matter, so wish me luck, because I'm going to need it. If Kimi Antonelli went P1 and Albon's gone P1, there's so much time to be found. we're 1.3 seconds-ish up ourselves here. I'm down to P17 at the minute, so I do need to improve here. Otherwise, we will be out in Q1. We're down to P19 now. There are a number of cars that didn't go out again, which I think is just going to be the worst mistake they could possibly have made. Because we're going to get ourselves through here now, I think. Or am I? Or am I? We're out in the first round of qualifying in Hungary in the rain. I feared it would be that bad. It was indeed that bad. The track was continuing to improve as the session went on, but I was just absolutely nowhere in those conditions. My teammate is through and I'm out. Max Verstappen, the championship leader, is out as well. P20 for him. Alonso out. Ocon, I think everybody around me, Gasly, Ocon, Verstappen, Alonso and Hulkenberg, didn't do another lap. I did do another lap and was still absolutely nowhere. Dry conditions coming, thankfully, but yeah, qualifying didn't last as long as we might well have needed it to. But well done, Zane. At least one of us in a Chesnoid racing car got through to Q2. GG, mate. That's his best qualifying performance of the entire save so far. Did Zane make it through to the third round of qualifying? As, to be fair, the session was drying up between Q2. Between Q1 and Q2.
Starts this event from P2.
It was definitely dry at the end of the session. Look, 116s there from Lando and George. Tsunoda, then Leclerc. Hamilton, Piastri. Piastri's not... I mean, that's the top six inside 2 seconds. Inside 2/10, sorry, of everybody. No, teammate did not make it through. I'm anticipating a P16 here, to be completely honest, for Zane. And... No, he beat Gasly. GG, sir. And then it's me.
Verstappen, Fernando Alonso.
He got through, so fair play. And he sat. Hadjar is at the back thanks to a penalty. Right. It could be a medium hard one stop.
We're going to struggle for a good position in this race unless we can gain some early positions. See what you can do.
Yeah, I was going to say a medium hard one stop is doable, I think. That's the personalised. It's slower. It's definitely slower. So you can see there by 13 seconds or so. But it is a viable option. Lots of hard runners. Lots of hard runners. Okay, what I will do then is I think I'll go medium, hard, medium. And then we'll look to be quicker at the end. Try and make some positions at the beginning if we can. And then we'll do 22, 25, 23. 22, 26, 22? We'll try that. We'll try medium, hard, medium instead. Fuel-wise, we're absolutely maxed out. And I still think we're going to have to save some fuel as well, because Hungary is a drinker. So it could be quite an intriguing race here, with a lot of tactics involved, strategically and fuel preservation-wise. So do stay tuned. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save, of course. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. And 95 minutes ahead of us to go and hopefully not finish P18. Pulling up to the grid slot significantly earlier than I might like to. With, well, seemingly the slowest car on the grid in front of me and the fastest car on the grid behind me. So this is going to go well, isn't it? Very tight turn one at Hungary as well. We've had a good start. My teammate has not, and we're past him already. I'm going to use some battery here just to make sure I can get past and then pull out of that gap there. Oh, Pierre! Moved across as we got to the braking zone there. I got a warning, sorry, for the collision with Gasly, but I dare say that's probably Pierre's fault for jinking right. Can I get on the inside of Bortoletto here? Yes. That's P14, although he's still hanging on around the outside. And he's going to squeeze his way through, is he? Yes, he is. I've got the battery power, though, to power up the straight. Now we'll have the inside line, and we'll take P14. Well, that is 3 positions made off the line, which is excellent. As we always say, and as he's always said in real life as well, this track is the Monaco without the walls. So track position is king here, although it is more easy to overtake. It's less difficult to overtake than Monaco. Using the word easy to overtake, or the phrase easy to overtake, and Hungary is not necessarily correct. I thought about maybe having a look up the inside of Stroll. We're on the medium tyre, obviously, so we are hopefully going to have a bit of an advantage in these early few laps, and then I'm hoping that the track position kicks in when the tyres start to come next to each other in terms of their competitiveness. But DRS active. There's only one DRS zone here. It's down this main straight.
Okay, DRS is now available.
I'm slow out of the final turn, but able to at least keep pace with. Here comes Max Verstappen on Bortoleto behind. There is Max Verstappen past Bortoleto behind. And we might be able to use Max's pace to our advantage. If he's going to force drivers out of position at turn 1, or anywhere on track, then maybe we can try and follow him through and gain some positions of our own. A decent start to this race then, despite painful qualifying in the wet. Max is going to be all over me and will be passed momentarily, I'm sure. Turn 1 at the very least. But so far, so good. And I wasn't expecting to say that when I qualified 18th and felt like I had absolutely no pace around this circuit. I know I'm quite slow out of the final turn, so I'm going to try and avoid the extra wheel spin, which I wasn't able to do, but with battery and DRS we can
still looking good.
Stay kind of close. I mean, that's not very close at all. Max is going to have me here now, but there's no point fighting that too much. I'm quite happy. Oh, actually, no, there's 2 DRS zones, isn't there? Forgive me. 2 DRS zones. Down here to turn 2 is a DRS zone as well. We've got a gap back from Bortoleto to Gasly that I'm keen on maintaining. So hopefully Bortoleto will be able to come with us here. I wonder whether Gasly's actually running a little bit of damage from his contact with me. It felt like it was wheel to wheel. I didn't get any damage from it. But Gasly is falling back, so I wonder whether he actually does have some damage. Let's have a quick look at his car. Oh, he does have damage, but it's not on the side that he hit me with. Pierre Gasly came left into my right, but on his right side, he's missing the entire end plate, so he's had more damage. Maybe that's why he jinked right in the first place. I'm not sure. But Gasly running a damaged car, meaning that gap back to him from Bortoleto is only going to grow, especially through this middle sector. So I'm quite happy with that. We don't think we're aiming for points today, but a strong finish comparatively to where the car supposedly is sat is still potentially possible if strategy works in our favour. Still able to stick with those in front at the minute. Doohan in that Alpine is just outside the points, and then it'll be Liam Lawson that's just there in P10. They're so strong out of this final turn though, so strong. I'm going to find it hard to make any moves into turn 1, I think. Look at them just pull away. That's actually genuinely crazy that they're that strong out of the final turn. Lap 22 is when we need to box. Fuel is already coming down quite alarmingly quickly, so we are going to have to fuel save if we don't get lapped. And with Verstappen not at the front, I don't think we're going to get lapped. Charles Leclerc, on his soft tyres on the 3-stop, has taken the lead of the race, which is so important for him if he's to make that 3-stop work. I'm sure it will be. No, it's Lewis! Charles has actually lost the position from the softs and gone from 4th to 5th, while Lewis Hamilton is putting himself in a great position here. He and Lando are disappearing at the front, as we say thank you to George for the 46th month subscribed to the Twitch channel. Thank you, mate. Yellow flag behind. Not sure who that's for. Ocon has made it past Gasly. It's the Sauber of Nico Hülkenberg who is retiring.
Right, we need to get past him.
Or is he? Has he got a puncture? No, I think he's retiring. He's retiring. Nico Hülkenberg is out of the Grand Prix. Max thought about having a look at Lance Stroll there. This quartet, plus me and Bortoleto, sextet, I guess really, is being held up by Doohan a little bit. It's actually It's actually a Mercedes now that's the car in front of Doohan, which one can only imagine is Antonelli, and Lawson has disappeared down the road. So the fact that Lawson's gotten that far down the road says to me that we don't have the pace to stick with these guys in front. If they were not stuck behind Jack Doohan, they would be gone. And the gap to Ocon is closing now as well. So it's the Doohan effect at the minute. And as and when they find their way past him, they will start to pull away from me and I won't be able to deal with it, I don't think. But we'll wait and see how it progresses. Hopefully they get stuck behind Doohan for the whole hard stint. And we'll be able to make the most of our undercut. Bortoletto's got a run on me. They've both in front gotten a run on Behrman.
Okay, we lost
and
the
Stroll
position.
and Verstappen are both past the Haas now. Giving a wide berth to the Sauber on my inside. This is similar to the start of the race where we were eventually able to hold position. And we'll try and do the same again. And we will do. Bortoletto's given it up. Verstappen's managed to take Stroll as well. And now my fear is that Verstappen will drag the two in front of me away from me. So I am going to have to make sure we keep ourselves within DRS range of Ollie Behrman here. Otherwise, we run the risk of getting left behind. We might be able to get Behrman ourselves here if I've got any sort of traction at the final turn, which I probably won't have, but we'll try. I think if Behrman loses DRS, which he has done, that's when he'll become vulnerable. Like this. Now, is he going to go defensive? No. Up the inside we go then. Am I going to get it stopped in time? Yes. Do I keep the position at the minute? No. Tuck back in. Try up the inside of turn 2 instead. No, he's going to turn in on me. I'll let him keep the position. It was aggressive of me. I feel like I had the right to try it. Ocon has now joined us. Bortoletto's driven into me. I feel like I left him enough room on the outside for a car's width there, but I might not quite have done. We're able to stick with Behrman, but Stroll and Verstappen have, quite frankly, just disappeared. Whether we've got any sort of pace to stay with when we get past Behrman, I don't know. I feel like we're probably faster than Ollie. We're definitely faster than Ollie. So it's a case of getting the position and holding it. I went a bit deep in the braking zone at turn 1 last lap. Didn't quite do that the best way. I'll try and perhaps be a bit more side by side with him rather than trying to get the move done on the way into one. Although he's got a better traction on me here, and Bortoletto's coming. I'm going to have to use a bit of battery to try and stay ahead. Bortoletto's there. His presence is felt. But we've got the traction out of the corner and the DRS as well to assist, and we will maintain the position. Still with Ollie Behrman. Stroll is now 4.2 seconds down the road, so he's absolutely gone. Verstappen is already past Doohan and well after, and now in the DRS range and tucked up behind the gearbox of Antonelli. And hopefully we will now start to catch Stroll again, because he's going to get stuck behind Doohan, but it might not be long before the Aston Martin is past the Alpine. My teammate cannot get past the other Alpine behind, and as a result, Isaac Hadjar's race has been well and truly ruined here. I think Fernando Alonso is back there as well, ruining his poor qualifying performance. Max Verstappen, the only one so far to really recover from that. It's 5 seconds to Stroll, so Doohan's got some pace. I think actually Behrman is holding us all up here now as well. He's just got to get past him. Can we? I mean, 6 tenths is a lot to make up here.
9.0 seconds.
So it would have to be a lunge and a half to get it done. He's so slow on the apex though. Can't open the DRS immediately out of turn 1 though, because you will just lose the rear. You have to delay slightly, which means I can't quite make the most of it on the run down to 2 to maybe get an overtake in there. Still thinking about boxing a couple of laps earlier and extending the hard stint to try and make the most of an undercut. Especially if we're continually getting held up by Behrman. Fuel is significantly coming down though. We're really going to have to save fuel in this race. Ocon's just taken Bortoletto behind. Charles Leclerc's come out of the pits and just gotten stuck with them. Which is why that 3-stop just doesn't work around here. You're just going to get stuck in traffic. Charles Leclerc has had his race ruined by that early stop. Because there are so many on hards, I'm going to be able to stop early and it's not going to affect my race time too much because we're not going to come out far enough behind that we can maximise free air. I keep losing the rear a little bit and it's cost me DRS to Behrman at the moment. So I am looking forward to getting into the pits in a lap's time to get off these mediums and put some fresh hards on. Hopefully our pace will increase as a result. Pace isn't that bad at the minute really. On the tyre wear that you see on the right hand side right now, the car still feels okay. We're just getting to the point where the rear is starting to get a little bit lively under most traction zones. I haven't quite got enough to get back within Behrman's DRS yet. But we've got time on Ocon, and he's dropping Bortoletto. But that might be because Bortoletto's under pressure
approaching the pit window now
from Charles Leclerc. And he is under pressure from Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc's just taken him. Ooh, Behrman's in as well. Off his hard tyres on lap 20. Okay. Didn't anticipate that. And Bortoletto behind in as well off his hards. Well, either they're going hard, medium, or they're 3-stopping. I think that was mediums going on Behrman. It was. Oh, get off the right-hand tyre.
Removing the right front wheel. We need to try and put that behind us. And let's
we come out in front of Behrman though. We've jumped him in the pit stops, even despite a poor pit stop. We've been able to get past him. That's huge. I'm on the hard tyre now though, and he's gone hard medium, so they're going to have some pace, and I'm going to have to try and deal with it. It's nice to have some traction back. Only annoying thing is, they've got even better on medium tyres. But the fact that they took their hards only 20 laps is intriguing.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Yeah, it's going to be no time at all before they overtake me on those medium tyres, I think, unfortunately.
Okay,
I really needed them to not box when they did.
Mediums. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. Okay, we think they've
got
2 stops remaining.
They're 3-stopping. That's where they came in off the hards on 20 laps. So they're 3-stop. We've got a pit stop in hand over them because we think our tyres will last so long as they last to lap 48. We'll be okay. They want me to box 48 actually. We are going to have to save some fuel at some point though. Although Lewis is going so quickly, I wonder whether I will. I think we might end up getting lapped. We might get lucky here and be able to just push and end up getting lapped.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Massively catching up on Hajar and Gasly, but obviously Gasly's got the front wing damage as well as now worn tyres. I thought he'd be in, to be honest, at the end of this lap, but he's not. We don't have DRS, I don't believe. So we are going to come under pressure from behind. Only had half a second in hand and it was already 3/10. It's already 2.5 tenths. It's already 1.5 tenths. They are, as far as I'm concerned, just too quick out of that final corner. They have broken traction levels out of that final corner. Behrman has me. They're not quick enough at all around Spa. And at that one corner here, they're too fast. Just not amazingly well balanced in some areas, the AI this year. Gasly's going to slow everyone up here, so I'm going to try and get opportunistic where Hajar and Behrman aren't. And make a move where they're being a little bit passive. I cannot afford to lose race time behind an injured Pierre Gasly. Got DRS to try and defend from Bortoletto here, but he is going to be quicker than me. please just overtake him. Please just overtake him. I'm begging you, gents. Otherwise I'm just going to have to go around the outside of you somewhere. Could have a run up to turn 4. We don't. They've got the straight line speed. Oh, they are early on the brakes. Into the chicane. Asking a question of Ollie Behrman, who, to be fair, I did pinch. I'll just take that damage on the chin. I pinched him, it's my fault. Pinched him too narrow. Didn't give enough racing room on the apex.
Got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
I'm gonna get aggressive because they're just not aggressive enough against Pierre Gasly. I'm sorry. He's got a broken front wing. Just drive round him, for God's sake. Gasly's in. Teammates in as well.
Zane's in the pits. Zane is in the pits.
Right. Ocon's coming out. Take him a teammate. Ocon is there in front of us. He was behind us prior to the pit stops. He's come out on hard tyres again. So Ocon is 2-stopping the same as me.
Gap to your teammate behind, 16.0 seconds.
Dylan's having a look. Feel like our floor damage is now starting to have more of an effect on our pace. We seem to be getting dropped slightly quicker by Ocon, and Dylan has caught me ever so slightly, ever so slowly, bit by bit, and has been within my DRS for a few laps now. And the past 2 laps he's had a go at me. He's not made it stick, or even come. That's the closest he's come to making it stick. Alonso is now past Ben, and Ben was actually slightly slow on his medium tyres in this stint. Unless he's boxed. No, he hasn't. He's still there with Bortoletto. So their medium tyres are going off now, and the harder tyre is becoming the better tyre to be on. So the gap to them is actually still growing, and they've got an extra stop to make. But Dylan and Alonso are, I believe, on the same sort of 2-stop strategy as me. And they'll be going to mediums next, just as I'm going to mediums next. Dylan's going to have me. I've got 4 tenths in the pocket, but it's just nowhere near enough.
No need to worry.
Nowhere
about
near enough.
for now.
They're just so strong out of that final turn. It's fucking... Why is that? I've not been bumped across the circuit by that curb once today. And then the minute I'm in mid-highlight in a battle with another car, it bumps me across the track. Literally not happened to me once. That's frustrating. Sorry for the extra flashback. Dylan is past me. Alonso will have me now as well. Just cannot cope with them around that final turn. And with the damage too, I just don't have the pace right now. I just don't have the pace. This turn from what was a potentially quite positive Grand Prix into a quite painful one at the minute. I don't think we'll go any further back than P16, but I don't see us moving any further forward from P16 either. I wonder what the side of the car actually looks like. It's not showing any damage. It's weird that I wish they actually showed floor damage, like visually. Damage model needs a massive upgrade, I think. I would have liked to have thought that since we ditched off the older consoles that we could upgrade the damage model, but see how basic our floor is compared to everyone else's as well. So basic. I'm hoping that upgrades will come for that, but I don't know. I'm about to get lapped by Hamilton. Hello, Lewis. Lewis is just so much faster than anybody else here.
Okay, blue flag conditions, create a gap and let the car behind through.
He's through. Come on. Lewis. He's gone medium, to be fair. So it's definitely contributing to his pace.
Okay, gap ahead, 3.1 seconds.
Lewis is so much further ahead and down the track than anybody else. We're only just past the halfway point as well, so if he keeps on at this pace, he'd come close to lapping us again. So he's going to go to the hards at the end of the race, and we're going to the mediums. It cost me near on 2 seconds to the cars in front getting lapped there. I probably didn't let him through at the most opportune moment, to be fair, but hopefully he slows the other two in front down as well. I was kind of hoping that they'd fight and fall back towards me and I'd get myself back within DRS range of Doohan and Alonso. We are still opening the gap up again on Behrman and Co behind. Behrman and Bortoletto. Hopefully Alonso and Doohan do fight, do bring themselves back towards us, and we can, well, they are fighting, you can see them side by side into turn one. So hopefully we can get ourselves back within DRS range to stand a chance of maybe getting an extra position or two in this race later on when we're on the medium tyres. Expecting Doohan to come in this lap as well. We both have a medium set of tyres to run to the end. Alonso might well be in too, although Stroll's in actually, so Alonso won't be. And Doohan isn't in. This is an undertaking opportunity. If we can get some good pace on those medium tyres, might only be one lap's worth. One lap's worth might be all we need. Ocon and Stroll in front. Alonso and Doohan should be in next lap. Gasly, I believe, is still going around with his broken bloody wing. So, that's that. Please don't botch this stop as well. Thank you.
Okay, go, go, go.
Right, going to come out with Bortoletto and Tsunoda here.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Took about 3 presses of the pit limiter button to actually turn it off there. So Bortoletto is for position. He has one more stop left. Ocon in front of him has one more stop left. So we're not worrying about them in terms of needing to overtake them for position before the end of the race. It should be of no concern of ours whatsoever. .3 seconds clear of my teammate. 49 to 70. Medium tyres freshly bolted on. We are going to the end from here, gentlemen. A list of gentlemen that's just got slightly bigger. Thank you, George, for the raid of 50, my man. I appreciate that very much indeed. Welcome in, everyone. Love from George back to him, Ronald. Appreciate you, George Morgan. How was George's stream today, chat? Welcome in, Raiders. Alonso's in the box. And Doohan's in the box too. DRS off the back.
We need to get past
him. Bortoletto might help us undertake Doohan. It is indeed helping us undertake Doohan. Huzzah! Thank you, medium tyres. Unfortunately, I think Bortoletto's going to get in the way and I won't be able to get to Alonso.
Okay,
but
Zane's coming in for his stop now.
I feel like even if I got to Alonso, he'd still probably pull away from me. Wow, we undercut Doohan by a lot. 4 seconds was... Wow. To be fair, Alonso was close to 6 seconds in front of us and we only had a 1-lap undercut there. That's absurd. Oi, steady. These fresh medium tyres have some pace in them.
The car behind's just boxed for medium.
At the moment, I don't.
Car behind on the medium
continually,
now.
We've got that floor damage that's costing us probably upwards of 4 or 5 tenths a lap in outright pace because we are struggling in certain areas. But we're on this tyre set to the end. Bortoletto is not on that tyre set to the end. If he is, he'll end up with 4 punctures. If he'd kindly get out of the way soon, that would be lovely, whether that be into the pits or just for an overtake. Oh, look at that, look. All I need is like a 20-lap offset in tyres to actually be able to have a better traction out of the final corner than them. It is possible to overtake into turn 1 at Hungary. You just need to have 30% better tyre work. Alright, Alonso's now too far away, unfortunately. Doohan is closing. Hopefully he gets stuck behind Bortoletto a little bit. We're continually under fuel by 0.1 of a lap. Oh God, I can't talk and drive at Monaco and check my drive at Hungary and check my MFD at the same time. Evidently, we're 0.1 laps worth of fuel under, but we have been lapped. I think still just by the one car. Actually, no, there is a Red Bull there, isn't there, between us and Lewis Hamilton? So by 2 cars. That can't be Max Verstappen, surely it's Max Verstappen. He started 19th, he's running 2nd. Bloody hell. Max Verstappen needs a nerf. Either Max needs a nerf or everyone else needs a buff.
Okay, fuel levels now at 19 laps. 19 laps.
Max is, what, 15 seconds or so off the lead? After starting 19th? That's a joke, mate. He's so quick. Right. If pushed for an answer, I'd say this is where we finish. As my tyres wear, the effect of the floor damage on our pace just increases and increases. We were holding Doohan at bay, but he's just found 2 or 3 tenths a lap on me the past 2 or 3 laps as my pace just falls off here. Whether tyre wear is involved in that as well as the damage, I'm not sure. Our tyre wear in the practice programme for race strategy was about 10% higher than expected. They're not that bad though, considering they went on lap 48. This is their 12th lap around the circuit and only, what, 17 and 18%. So they're not awful. They're just not getting me down the road quickly enough to stay away from Doohan. We do have a free pit stop behind Doohan now, as Bortoletto has boxed for a 3rd time. And only when I'm talking to you. Bortoletto's pit for a 3rd time, and we have. Well, my teammate's just that slow. I think my teammate is on the same strategy as me. He's just that bloody slow. Yeah, Behrman's boxed 4 times apparently. Oh no. Bortoletto is in for a 4th time as well. They're 4 stopping! 4! Why? But there's no point me even trying to fight Doohan here. I might as well just save my battery to try and stay in his DRS next lap. Oh, he spun! He's literally spun directly behind me. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, we will get a P15 finish because Jack Doohan has just bottled it. It's normally me, the bottler. Round he goes. And then has to wait for those 3 that are going to come and lap us. And he's on his way again. I think he might even be boxing. Way! We will finish P15! Unless there's any late drama. And those that are betting their channel points live on Twitch would like a DNF in front of me, because the channel prediction was, do I finish P14 or higher or P15 or lower? At the minute, some people are very happy, some people are very sad. George Russell is actually really struggling for pace. We are matching the Mercedes, or at least able to keep ourselves within DRS range of the Mercedes. So he's actually really quite slow at the minute, George Russell. Really quite slow indeed. Piastri and Tsunoda have just ditched him now. He's really struggling. I could probably stand a chance of unlapping myself against him before the end of the race, because I feel like I am genuinely faster. That's how poor a race George is having at the minute. To be fair, P5 is one of his best results of late, to be fair, and one of Mercedes' best results of late. P6 is the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc that's a long way back, only just coming around turn 2 now. So, George is under no threat from behind. I might come under threat from behind if I keep doing that. George has now dropped me, I'll lose my DRS, and Jack Doohan's going to come back into question for the end of the race. We're only going to lap 69, of course, so we've got 66, 7, 8 and 9 to go. 4 laps between us and the end of this Grand Prix, which has been an absolute slog to get through. But hopefully there's enough content here to make an entertaining video for you. It just proves that yes, we are on the right difficulty, and that Spa is just track specific, AI at that track specific, and has been reported by more than just myself in the relevant Discord servers, etc., to devs. So hopefully it will be addressed sooner rather than later, and we do need to, or don't need to, tweak too much between now and Spa next season. If nothing has been tweaked between now and then obviously we will tweak things for Spa next season. But Hungary, we are finishing where we probably expected to finish, in all honesty. We've had a real eclectic mix of results recently, haven't we? Absolutely nowhere in a DNF in Silverstone.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
A win in Spa. We lucked our way to a strong finish in Austria, but we had no pace in the wet, only because the AI were not good enough to overtake in Austria that we were able to get a result there. In Canada, we had genuine pace, but genuine pace to the point where we got what could be justified as a realistic finish. Like a P6 or wherever it was in Canada, we can kind of justify on the odd occasion. A win in Spa, absolutely not, I'm afraid. Especially a win by over 10 seconds in Spa, which is the manner of which we got the win. So we won't be replicating that next season, not unless the car has made significant strides forward. But overall, I'm happy it's been as much of a struggle as it has, because it means that we're still in the right place with the difficulty, and I've not got to wonder whether we're in the right position as we move further into the season. I know that I don't need to tweak things too much yet. We can just continue to go to race weekend and have fun. Not much of this Hungarian Grand Prix has been fun, to be fair, but some of it, a portion of it, larger than I might like to admit, portion of it is probably because I got the floor damage when I got frustrated behind Pierre Gasly and co. But that frustration wouldn't have been there if Gasly just did the realistic thing and boxed to fix the front wing damage. If ever there was a circuit where front wing damage is going to really badly affect you, it's going to be here. Just fucking box, pal. Never mind. 2 laps to go as we cross the line. 2.5 as you see me now, with 3.5 seconds to gap back to Doohan. We are going to be ending the race here in P15. Just as he did in his Mercedes in 2013. His first win for his new team. Lewis Hamilton wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. An excellent drive from the Ferrari man. He's pulled that out of the bag and genuinely out of absolutely nowhere. I don't quite know how he's done that. We're actually coming up to lap Hajar here. Don't tell me he's been stuck behind Gasly the entire race. Gasly is going to end up 2 laps down because he didn't box to waste an extra 6 seconds or so and change his front wing. Absolutely ludicrous.
Okay.
Pick up rubber, bring it home. A P15 finish in Hungary. It's not bad for Hungary for me, to be fair. And unsurprisingly, Max Verstappen, driver of the day, he gets P2. Unsurprisingly, used all of my my damage allowance for that particular Grand Prix. Team rivalry is now with Aston Martin, but we are on 39 points. They're on 43, and shouldn't really be on 39 points, should I? Without that win, I'm on 24. So no, 14. Jeeps. So we're not going to win that rivalry against Aston Martin. We've kind of screwed ourselves in the foot there, haven't we? But we will see what's what when we get back to the factory. There's not that much of a gap, is there, between Hungary and... Oh, no, it's the season break. This is where there is a giant gap. Okay, we'll have a lot to do. Or I say we'll have a lot to do. You can't do anything during the season break, can you? Everything has to close down. Disappointing weekend. Shut your face. Leave me alone. Performance. What's in here? Rivalry. Oh, the rivalry. Yeah. I know. I suck. Give me a break. Research-wise, can we do anything? Oh, yes. Only one area though, because nothing else is unlocked yet. Anything on the chassis side? Actually, I've barely got any resource points left at the minute. We'll go for weight reduction, engine cover weight reduction. Can I do that? Start research. That'll be ready for Monza. Although that's only the research side, not the production side, unfortunately. I've not got any resource points to do anything else. So let's have a look at development. How long are we away from anything there? Everything's paused because of the break, so nothing's going to be done anytime soon. So I guess we just go to the season break then. Is anything going to happen with regards to season break? Well, let's have a look. Corporate facility. Title sponsor. We've been approached by a new potential title sponsor who's interested in signing us with his next sponsor negotiations. We have just signed Zenon, though, for next season. So, that's intriguing. Victor Martin's advanced talks.
Advanced talks have gone well, I must say. We're now at the stage where we can meet face-to-face again with them if you'd like. The agenda today will be trying to reduce some of their expectations, get a better deal for us.
Yeah, I'm going to delay. We don't want Martat, really, do we? We want Hulkenberg and Tsunoda if possible. Both on the engineering side are done now, but I'm really genuinely starting to think about finances and what we can do. Oh, nice. I'm really starting to think about finances and what we can do on a driver contract level. I don't want to spend too much more money on facility improvements and not be able to have enough to afford everybody I want to get driver-wise. But if we can increase secondary sponsors by 15%, that's probably worth it though, isn't it? Okay, this might be the last one I do that costs me a significant portion of money. We might be doing some more smaller ones just to get those smaller ones done and out the way before we then progress onto driver contracts with some more sizable drivers down the line. How are we for the cost cap? Absolutely nowhere near it, I imagine. Not even close. We've not even spent $30 million yet, so we're fine. Absolutely fine on that front. We'll do some activities, though. Training program, yes, we'll do that. Thank you. I don't want to decrease the morale anywhere else, really. Increase the rate of hiring. We'll do corporate. Money is what I'm concerned about at the moment. Blitzes. Research focus. Okay, yeah, no, that's good. I can't do a development focus, but we'll do that research focus for sure. Durability focus sessions, powertrain focus, aero focus, chassis focus. Driver wellness. Performance reviews. Don't care about performance reviews. Driver sim test. Rate of hiring. Let's go for the morale and resource points on the powertrain and I can't do it anywhere else. That's 9. But we might have enough to be able to do 3 there. Never mind. Yes. 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 Okay, good. Now, what's passing between now and the next Grand Prix? Research delayed on the aero.
Okay,
oh,
Esty
Esty Bestie!
For you. We've had a driver reach out to us to ask if we'd be interested in a preliminary chat with them about possibilities for next season.
Yes.
You can always say no if you're not interested.
I am.
Or we can see where it goes. Your call.
I am interested. Hello, Esty Bestie. I'd like to... Hello, you're back again.
Okay, I've said yes to an informal chat. Let's get them in.
Oh! Esteban Ocon wants to drive for me. As far as I'm aware, a lot of you have had Esteban Ocon be this driver that approaches you. So, I'm a bit apprehensive to do it because if everybody gets Ocon, it's not that unique, is it? But we'll wait and see. Estimated salary 16.31 and a signing bonus of 2 million as well. Team performance clause, score 30 constructors points, which we have already done. We're not 5th in the vehicle performance index. We're not level 6 in the fan rating. I don't know what my workforce is actually on the engineering side of things, but we have a 63% chance of signing him though. So that is positive. If we do decide we want Esteban, then we might well stand a good chance of getting Esteban. I'm not sure whether Esteban is the right one to go for though. Powertrain development breakthrough, driver delay, meeting delayed, that's fine. We were contemplating, or I would like, what do I want here? Front wing, drag reduction is probably going to be important if we can get drag done for Monza, which we can do. That's the preference. That's the preference. On the chassis side, weight reduction on the cockpit, heave dampers. Oh God, we've got so many to do on the chassis side. Let's get at least one thing on one car as quickly as possible. Can't do anything else anywhere else at the moment. Assign upgrades though. Drag reduction can go on Marta. And weight reduction could... Oh, that's a big jump. Above Alpine now, and Haas. That's a giant jump. We're up to 7th on the list. As it stands. Of course, there's more to come as we approach the next Grand Prix. We have another trainer point. 20 resource points each time something fails. I don't need resource points at the moment, though. Personnel-wise... Increase the rate of hiring on the personnel, increase the rate at which driver... That could help. The rate at which driver talks progress could help. So we have a better idea of whether we do or don't stand a chance of... that's a big one, though. 50%. Let's do the training. No, not the training. Let's do this one. Let's do that one. Because that's gonna give us a better idea... earlier whether we do stand a chance of being able to get someone like Hulkenberg or Ocon or Tsunoda or not. So that could be quite important, actually. That's excellent.
Hey, boss. Just a reminder that we need to comply with the sports cost cap.
Yes, it's not a problem.
We can spend, but only to a point. We'll need to keep abreast of our outgoings to ensure that we're within the rules. Or else we'll be in serious hot water and we'll suffer some big punishments. We'll be able to compete while staying legal.
Cost cap adjusted to 81.17. Now, I believe, and I might be wrong here, I believe that's just a UI thing, not actually you've only got a cost cap of 81. I think. I'm pretty sure. But I might be mistaken. I'm just trying to remember what I saw on some of the posts on the forums. I'm apprehensive about spending too much more money, but reduced driver contract salary expectations by 10% is worth the 1.3 million because it's going to save us 1.3 million plus on every driver moving forward, at least. We've got something on the developmental side we can do as well. Durability. Just bloody pass, will ya? Thank you. Right, okay. Onwards. Dismiss or review finances. We've not had something like this before. Oh, that's literally all it says. Alright, cool. I did that already. The cost cap issue is a UI only thing that is after season 1. It's been updated on the known issues list. Corporate facility. The facility's requested our attendance at today's meeting to help resolve an issue. The issue is that it's not an issue. We're thrilled to inform that we've secured another secondary sponsor. Icons 21 can now be added to the car in certain areas. Lovely. Alright, things are developing yet further still, but some places aren't developing properly. It's costing me money when all these things fail. Upgrades complete, though, on this side, which is excellent. We'll do the energy store, and we will do the fuel efficiency too, which would have really helped in Hungary and will help in latter races elsewhere as we push forward through our career. Please all pass. Oh, god damn it! All the developments and all the stuff failing quite regularly is really frustrating.
Developing a part, and it's now ready for fitting.
Excellent.
Make sure to stop by the assign upgrade screen.
I will do. Bloody DRS. That's going to be massive for Monza, though, if we can get it all through and on the car. Durability-wise, that's great. Let's do the MGUH, so we can get that at least on one car. And then the MG... That's MGUH as well. Blimey, we're developing quite rapidly in those areas. What have we done here? Can't do anything else there. Can do something on the chassis side if I've got enough resource points, which I don't believe I do. Powertrain, can do something here. ERS, yes please. ERS development is important. That can make or break our competitiveness in trying to stay in someone's DRS. Oh, it's just supplier upgrades for the engine. Okay, that's good though. Thank you, Mercedes. Appreciate that. All right, well, we are about to go to the race weekend here at Zandvoort, where we will go with a... I feel like tyre wear's going to be quite high at Zandvoort, so I'd be tempted to go harder, but we'll go with balance to have 2 medium sets at Zandvoort, and we won't adjust delivery yet. We will go to the race weekend so you guys can see what the weather is going to be like at the beach. Please do drop this video a like, though, if you've enjoyed this episode. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more on YouTube, of course. If you want to watch the streams, there's links in the description to the Twitch channel and to the main YouTube channel, where, of course, all the streams go live. And we have fully dry weekend at the beach, other than maybe double of rain at the end of qualifying, which we're probably not going to be involved in. So happy enough about that. That's all for this one, though. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you on... When's this? This is Monday. I shall see you tomorrow.